Me gusta! The mask is back on now that I have finished watching Taming Andrew. Now, as I mentioned, it is a story about a poor boy who gets kidnapped by his father, which is not very nice now, is it? We do not go around kidnapping our children. That isn't very nice, don't you think? No? No? But anyway, let's get the review. The movie is not very good. It might be a harrowing story, and I won't lie, I'm a softie. I get into that kind of movie a lot. You know what I mean? I really get into that, kind of that kind of movie. I'm a big softie, but there were lots of problems with it. The script was absolutely terrible. It was written like an accountant's book. It was just all for figures, for viewing figures. It didn't seem to have the depth to get down to the core of what was so harrowing about that story. And it is harrowing, I won't lie. But it's just written so cliche. It has perhaps the worst opening 20 minutes, half an hour I have ever seen in the history. Well, no, that's stupid hyperbole, but it's not as bad as that, but it's pretty bad. And everything is so picaresque and wonderful. The child at the start is all like, well, mummy, well, daddy, and all this nonsense. And I don't care for it. I don't care for it whatsoever. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Um, the music by Jay Ferguson in this is rubbish as well. I just read up he was in a band called Spirit in the 1960s and 70s. I've never listened to them, but they get a lot of critical acclaim. And but it's such a typical inspirational, we'll bring out the quote, inspirational movie kind of soundtrack. And it drives me insane because of it. Really, honestly, it drives me bonkers. And I'm just sitting there going, the entire way through the film because of that soundtrack. Punctuating. It's like, this is the moment you cry, this is the moment you laugh. And you know what I mean? It does. I can't stand that shit. But it must be said, I I would be lying if I didn't fall for that shit myself. The central story itself is very harrowing. Park Overall, who plays the mother in this, is very good, despite the fact she gets some rubbish shit to say. Um, Seth Adkins, who plays Andrew at the age of 10, is marvelous. The last scene in the film is really moving. I found it quite moving. I'd be lying if I said I didn't find that scene moving. There were moments of really great stuff in the film, but ultimately it is condemned by the structure in which it was made. It's a made-for-television movie, and it just seems like it's very on the surface. It doesn't get deep down into it, this sounds horrible, like an exploitation thing, but it doesn't even linger on the idea of the child being hit or anything, put it that way. It's got such a soft touch on the idea of child abuse. I would rather watch something, Clint Eastwood's Changeling or Fritz Lang's M for that kind of topic of movie. It's far better. But I must say, I would give this film a 4 out of 10. It's not even an okay movie. It's not even an alright movie, but it does the job it needs to do. It trundles along, but I would only watch it once, 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 from the world's greatest film critic, the Masked Avenger, the Masked Film Critic, the Film Might Do, Kelly Mack, and at some point, I will be bringing you another review. And seeing as how I have the glasses on, I must do something. As a famous man once said, woo woo woo. You know it, bro. Me gusta.